What's up, everybody? Well, I got another small form factor PC gameplay video for you guys today. And today, we're checking out Sword Art Online, Crash Daydream. And this will also be where I decide whether or not I'm going to continue going after this system, or if this is where we're going to stop. Because so far, it hasn't been able to hit a constant 60 on anything easily, and usually my rule is if things can't easily hit 60, I try it on everything. So it's probably what I'm going to do. We'll see if this thing can handle it maxed out at 4K though. And if it can't, well then, I guess we'll have to turn some settings down, or maybe try 1440p. I'll decide once I get in there and see, well, once we see what it can do. Because it doesn't seem to be upscaling or anything like that. Otherwise, I'd try that. Anyway, it's game time. We're gonna start maxed out here at the highest settings. And I believe somewhere during the camera record portion, just for fun, real quick, I'd turn everything down to high. And then that gets you further away from falling under 60. Still might at some points in the game. But I don't think either one of them dropped under, to my knowledge, but maybe I just missed it. Or I'm forgetting. I did play every single game, or every single system today. So that does take quite a lot to remember how every single one did, you know?
ミッション開始。ミッションクリアだな。ここの敵を全滅させるぞ。久しぶりだからな。練習相手になってもらうぜ。ここの敵を全滅させるぞ。全滅させたな。ナイス。ミッション開始。ミッションクリアだな。ミッション開始。ミッションクリアだな。ミッション開始。仕留める。ミッションクリアだな。ミッション開始。敵だ。よし。ミッションクリアだな。ここの敵を全滅させるぞ。全滅させたな。ナイス。戦果としてはまずか。で、そろそろあいつとの約束の時間だからな。この辺りで切り上げるか。メッセージが来た。誰からだ？
お兄ちゃん、今時間ある？ちょっと見せたいものがあるから、いつものログハウスに来てくれないかな。他のみんなにも集合かけてるんだ。よろしくね。
まあ、困ったな。戦略があるんだけど、何か企んでるのかな、すぐのやつ。
待たせたかしら、キリト。
来たか。時間ぴったりだ。 約束通りアルブヘイムオンラインの世界を案内するよ。ああ、そうだ。その前にちょっと寄り道していいか？
別に構わないけど、どこへ？
俺の仲間たちに紹介しとこうと思って。ちょうど今集まってるみたいだし。じゃ行こうか。クイネラ。
よーし、絶対他のパーティーに勝つよ。オッケー。
早速モンスター討伐競争ってよし。見つけた。オーケー、次へ向かおう。
So now let's get some camera recorded gameplay. It definitely still has its spots where it struggles to stay at 60, but it's just barely holding on for the most part. But it's probably harder to run spots than this, so you'll probably have to turn it down to high if you want it to stay above. Unless it's one of those games that, you know, some games just don't really get much performance benefit from, you know, changing the settings. Ooh, there's some things to kill. Oh yeah, can't go that way. Gotta take down the vices. I'm going over here too early. What a noob. Just downloading some games on the LIAX right now, so if you hear random stuff and we don't see any achievements, that's why. Oh yeah. Gotta learn to lock onto stuff. That's one of my biggest weaknesses in games. I fail to lock onto stuff. And I'm sitting here throwing my swings into nowhere. If I just learned that, everything would be okay. Oh, screw you, you bastard. Alright, one more base to take down. I don't usually do this, but I'm just curious if it's one of those games where running stuff on high versus highest makes a big difference or not. Alright, I think that's good. Do you want to save? Yes. And who knows, this might be one of those games you have to completely quit out. But games should tell you that, you know? At least in my opinion. Oh, there's people attacking me. I'm sitting here blabbing away and they're like, haha, I should shoot him in the back. Well, technically stab him in the back. I think that one flying thing can shoot. Speaking of which, let's lock on. Locking on is awesome. Yeah, I don't notice a big difference in graphics. Probably be hard for you guys to tell through the camera, but doesn't really look that different to me. Yeah, that's the exact same thing, so whatever, I'll just take the heals. Take that, lizard man! Ow. Alright, that's how you block. I kept thinking it was the... I'm too used to Stellar Blade's controls now, so I keep playing this like it's Stellar Blade, and it's like, nope, they're not the same game. Controls aren't the same. Stop doing that. Nah, I like my crit damage much better. Though I like the 10% just real damage even more. Because without knowing what my crit rate is, I don't know how much I really benefit from the other thing. The crit damage is great, but I learned from Diablo 2, I mean, if you have a lot of crit damage but your crit rate, like percentage to do it, is only like 20 or 30%, it's not that useful. Now you get it up really high, and now it's all of a sudden it's like, yeah, hell yeah, I'd much rather sacrifice a little base damage to do like thousands more damage way more often. Hell yeah. Kill us some more noobs. Even though I'm a noob myself. No idea what I'm doing. Well, alrighty. I think that's probably more than good enough. So why don't we go wrap this video on up? Well, alright guys, that's a wrap for Sword Art Online Fractured Daydream, and it was barely hanging on this thing's 60 at all parts. And this was just the beginning of the game, so towards the end of the camera recorded gameplay I decided let's throw it on high, and that seemed to do a little bit better. I didn't see it go anywhere near 60 at that point, like down to like just straight up 60. I think I still saw like 68 or something like that once or twice, but I think that's a much better way to go. Besides, that's why I say most of the time maxing games is kind of silly, but that's what people want to see in these videos most of the time. It's like a worst case scenario, and what the badass computer can do, you know? Obviously this game doesn't seem to be the most optimized thing, but it's also not the worst optimized thing I've ever seen either. It's just kind of sitting somewhere in the middle. It just kind of is. And that's kind of what a lot of these kind of games are. Just kind of like, hey, you like the series of the anime? Cool. You'll probably enjoy these games a little bit. If you've never heard of Sword Art and all that stuff, I don't know, you're probably not going to enjoy these games that much. That's the vibe I'm getting from what little I played so far. But anyway, that's all for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.